Islam is incompatible with Europe. Old statements of Italian Prime Minister go viral. The Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni recently stirred controversy when an old video from 2018 resurfaced, showing her critical stance on Islam's compatibility with European values. In the video, Meloni, prior to becoming Prime Minister, expressed concerns over Islamic cultural centers in Italy, which she linked to Saudi funding and the application of Sharia law. She stated, quote, I believe there is a problem of compatibility between Islamic culture or a certain interpretation of Islamic culture and the rights and values of our civilization. Maloney's comments reflect her longstanding rhetoric against Islam and immigration. At a recent rally, Maloney and Rishi Sunak of the UK, discussed strategies for migrant repatriation and managing immigration, with Sunak emphasizing the need for credible deterrents. The event also saw the participation of Elon Musk, who spoke about the importance of preserving cultural identities in the face of declining populations, highlighting the complexity and sensitivity of immigration and cultural preservation in contemporary European politics. So, if you scroll down a little bit to the first tweet, Armin, we can watch these old comments that resurfaced and went viral last week and judge for ourselves.
Okay.
Io penso che ci
You want to read that? You want to read the
Okay.
captions?
Yes, she's saying, I think there is a problem of compatibility between Islamic culture
sia un problema di compatibilità tra la cultura islamica o certa
or a certain interpretation of Islamic culture and the rights and values of our civilization.
Okay, this is even a woke version of what is true. Like, they're angry over this. She's even said or certain interpretation to just cover her. They're angry over
No,
this.
just
This
wait.
is
It's
okay. Okay, it's better. Okay.
interpretazione
It's
della
like-
cultura islamica
Okay.
e i diritti e i valori della nostra civiltà. A me non
It does not escape my mind that most of the Islamic cultural centers in Italy are financed by Saudi Arabia.
sfugge che la gran parte dei centri culturali islamici in Italia sono finanziati dall'Arabia Saudita e l'Arabia Saudita
Saudi Arabia is a nation that at home applies Sharia.
è una nazione che a casa sua applica la Sharia e Sharia
And Sharia means lapidation, that means lashing, for adultery, death penalty for apostasy, and death penalty for homosexuality.
She's now an LGBT rights advocate.
significa lapidazione per l'adulterio, pena di morte per apostasia, pena di morte per omosessualità. Credo che queste questioni
I believe these issues should be raised, which does not mean generalizing on Islam.
Okay, this is so mild.
vadano poste, che non vuol dire generalizzare sull'Islam, vuol dire porre
It means raising the problem that there's a process of Islamization in Europe.
il problema che c'è in atto un processo di islamizzazione dell'Europa che
that is very different from the values of our civilization.
Distant from the okay.
Oh, excuse
è
me, yeah.
molto distante dai valori.
Okay, that was nothing. That was such a mild, like, it wasn't like she's supposed to be a fascist and all that, but she was like she was like, oh, Islam or different interpretation of Islam. And she was what else did she say? That was kind of like
She literally said that's not to make generalizations on Islam.
Okay, like if she's a fascist, I'm a bigger fascist than her because I said like this is because I would say no, it is Islam in general. These are the standards of Islam in general, and not certain interpretation of Islam. Islam is like that. And she's supposed to be a fascist, and now she's concerned about homosexuals as well.
Well, I mean,
people are angry over this.
People accuse her for fascism for things other than this. To be clear, but
yeah, to be clear, okay, yeah. But when did she say this? This is so mild. But I mean, the fact that people are angry over this makes me feel like I have to go double check. Why are they calling? Like maybe those other things are unjustified as well. I mean, I like the fact that because fascists usually are anti-NATO and anti-supporting Ukraine, and she's pro-NATO and pro-supporting UK and pro-international collaboration. So she's one of the better fascists if she is one.
But she's
right?
very Eurosceptic. she's very skeptical of the EU.
I know, but she's not anti-EU. She's like she's skeptical of it, but she also understands the importance of international collaboration and working together and fighting for these values as international. So she's not against that. So that's why she's not as bad as a lot of people say. I don't know. I have to go. I'm not endorsing. If she said something else that is really fascistic, then I'll take all of that back. What? Oh no! Don't do that to me right now. Okay, Space is saying, Armin, what does your name mean again? Never mind. Armin exposed himself. Okay. Damn it.
Oh my
Damn
god.
you guys.
Well, so she said this in 2018. So in 2018, this was a very, very controversial thing to say. I think it's I think it's
Why
less
is it?
controversial to say now. Um, but I think what is still very questionable that is worth discussing in her comments is she talks about the process she says this is what I really want to dial in on. She says that she thinks that there is a process of quote unquote Islamization within Europe that is incompatible with their civilization and values. Now, I think that is the part of this clip that remains the most spicy. Everything else
Mm.
now seems like, yeah, that was so mild nowadays. But I mean, what do you think about this claim about Islamization of Europe?
Okay, it depends on what people mean. If people think that there's going to be a Sharia, full-on Sharia takeover of Europe, okay, that is not going to happen. But if they think that Islam is becoming a more and more a bigger deal in Europe and it's becoming more influential and it's going to have more influence on politics and there's going to be a much larger voter base of Muslims that are going to make the entirety of the politics of Europe more conservative, if that's the fear, yes, that is a justified fear. I agree with that fear. I just don't think it's going to be Europe is not going to go on full on Islamic. That's not. I think that exaggeration makes the actual threat, which is a big threat, a lot of people are going to take it less seriously. But no, Islam is becoming a much. It's true. Islam is becoming a much bigger deal in Europe, and it's going to influence their politics, and it's not good. It's horrible. Um, 2018, and again, yeah, go on.
I think it would be more credible to say that there is a heightened Islamist threat
Yes, that's a
than
better way
full
of putting it.
scale Islamization. I think there's a very
Right.
big distinction between those two.
I mean, Islamization is the right word to use to be fair, but full scale Islamization, that's not like that is. It is being Islam is it is becoming, the Islamization is in process. It's just not going to be everything. Um, but also Saudi Arabia. Something I want to mention about Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia, the Saudi, when you say it's getting funded from Saudi Arabia, you have to keep in mind that in Saudi Arabia there are competing forces. Is it the Saudis or the Wahhabis, right? Because the
Mhm.
Saudis themselves are de-Islamizing Saudi Arabia. To be fair, it's the Wahhabis who are, if your mosques are being funded by from the Wahhabis in Saudi Arabia, then you have a problem because they are having they themselves are having a problem in Saudi Arabia, so they might want to increase their influence somewhere outside of Saudi Arabia. So again, different countries in Europe, their Islamization is coming from different countries. Like in Germany, it's mostly Turkey and then followed up by Iran, right? Some countries are Saudi Arabia, some countries are Turkey, some countries are have a major Iran, Islamic Republic of Iran problem. So it really depends. Do you want to read Darko's comments before we go to the super
Yeah, I
chats?
think Darko's comment really hits it on the head, actually. He's saying, I see quote unquote Islamization of Europe more like a lack of integration. And I actually think that's probably a very accurate way
Mm.
of describing what what we have on hand.
Yeah, but the problem is that there's so much lack of integration that at some point, um, it's not going to be able to. We're not going to be able to call it lack of integration because it's going to be the norm. The Islamized communities and and way of life and politics is going to be so much ingrained within, the French, the Italian, the British politics, that integration will be to submit to that. So right now it's a lack of integration. Soon we're going to have a problem of, no, please don't integrate, because integration means like accepting this norm of major parts of the countries and city being fully Islamized. As I've seen in London, for example. So you want to do the
I
super
thought you said
chats?
that the no-go zones in London was like overblown. Because you went there.
Yeah. Well, no, I said in Australia. Okay, so it's overblown, as in it is Islamized. Okay, fully Islamized. It's just overblown, as in it's not a no-go zone, because I went there. I mean, it's not overblown in the sense that people are saying it's fully Islamized. That it is fully Islamized. I mean, in that sense, no, it's accurate to describe it as fully Islamized. But when people call it no-go zone, that is overblown. I mean, I went there and they treated me with free fruit. So, right. So yeah. So
What did you think? What did you think was? Did you feel unsafe in those areas in England or Australia?
No. That's why. I mean, I didn't feel unsafe. That's why I say that part of it is overblown, right? Not only did I not feel unsafe, I felt fully welcomed as a Murtad. They told me they will kill me. They did tell me that they will kill me, but they said, like, once we take over everything, right now we will treat you to free food. We will give you Lebanese food and treat you as a guest. All right. The day will come where you will die by our hands. But now you're our guests. So I felt very welcome there. It's true.
Habibi, we will kill you later. For now, have a falafel.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. I mean, I made a documentary out of this.
Yeah.
It got more. I got millions of views. I got like more than a million. No, not millions. More than a million views. Hold on, let me see. Do you guys, if you want, I will share the link in the live chat. If you guys gonna go watch it.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me put the link in the live chat. If you guys want to go see my experience in the Islamized part of Sydney, Australia. So the link in the description here. Oh, if you guys want to search for it, it's called the title of the video is called "Asking Muslims If We Can Criticize Islam: Pangburn Documentaries." So it got 1.6 million views so far. So pretty happy with that.
Seed of Iblis is saying it's like they're pampering him up just to eat him. No, guys. Here's the actual plot. Okay, you force feed all the murtad, so then they're too fat to run when it's time.
Right. All right, we should read the super chats. We got a lot of them. Oh, so let's do that.
Asian American is saying it's Brittany, not Britain, and it's on a corner of France. Also, Comrade PT needs to be re-educated. I don't know who Comrade PT is. Brittany? You're talking
back
about
to the cryptic.
Oh. No.
Right.
Okay, so now I understand what you're talking about with the Celts. Those Celts. Okay, I understand. Lobronzo gave us 1,000 Kenyan currency.
Shillings.
Thank you. Saying, I see your point about the double standard. However, I believe that indigeneity also encompasses other elements, such as the protection of nature versus the modern extractive world in land management. That can be a factor because that is an aspect of identity for some indigenous groups, but not all.
Mhm. Yeah, but that would still
Meaning their
apply. That would still
relationship and
that.
stewardship of the land.
Yeah, but that would still apply also to, I don't know, white people who are white, lighter skin, and their culture. I mean, that would not exclude them, even with this
No, but
standard.
white people have a wholly masterful, dominating, dominion, extractive relationship to land, don't you know? In totality. Come on, obviously.
Okay, so obviously, yeah. But that's interesting. Thank you,
Um,
LeBronson.
Noam says, "Here's your jizya," and gave us 15 shekels.
Oh, check. I love that. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Noam.
Yes, yes.
And Selva Kumar is celebrating his membership for 2 years, y'all. 2 years a member. Thank you, Selva Kumar, for supporting us for so long. Saying, yo, Armin, delayed birthday wishes.
Thank
And
you.
Trails is
Thank
also
you.
saying,
So,
sorry for being late. Happy birthday, Armin.
no worries. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Guys, oh my gosh, that reminds me actually. Armin's birthday wish, his birthday wish is for us to hit 50,000 subscribers. So if you're here and watching and you have not subscribed, what are you doing? Okay. We need to make our boys' birthday wishes come true.
You were getting there, guys. Don't just subscribe. When you like the stream, YouTube recommends our channel and our videos to more people. Like a lot of people who are subscribed, they say now because you're liking our streams, they're saying that while we were subscribed before, didn't used to get recommendation of your older videos. Now YouTube is recommending our older videos to people who subscribe, and that is getting our viewership a lot higher. So that your likes are working. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, Kenny just gave it a super chat.
Aw, thank you, Kenny. Saying happy birthday, Armin. Aw, thank you, Kenny. Thank you for volunteering
Thank
with the
you,
team as well. Kenny helps me out a lot,
thank you.
guys.
Oh wow.
Um, and Space Elliot is saying, I wish I could, but I'm already subscribed. I'm not
You
even
could
kidding. I have
like.
I have burner YouTube accounts and I just go and cycle through the likes and subscriptions on my secondhand YouTube accounts.
Do you know who makes the most amazing, gorgeous, and other adjectives that I can't use here on YouTube, blasphemous art ever? We do! And for some reason, we are giving it away for free. Download them now using the link in the description before we change our mind.